AI is changing how websites are built, and that means it's also changing how they're managed by clients and marketing teams. Platforms like WordPress and Webflow made website management easy. But as we move towards AI native development, we needed a system that remained simple and safe for clients to edit content without limiting what we could build. For us, that system is Sanity. Sanity separates your site's content from the design and the code, so non-technical teams can confidently update a website without worrying about breaking its design or functionality. In this video, I'll run you through a quick demo of how it works. Over in the project, we have a landing page with a few editable sections, including this team section, which has a modal that slides out, some FAQs and such. And we also have a blog where we have the overview page and the article page. So coming back to the home page and then jumping into Sanity, we land on this Getting Started page. This is a quick explainer about this project in Sanity, and it also includes a tab for how updates work, including the content changes as well as design and feature changes. We have the option for some site settings. We have the ability to manage our pages and create new ones, and we have our blog articles. So let's take a look at how we can edit some text on the home page. Clicking on the home page tab, you can see that we've got a bunch of different options here. We've got the SEO options, we've got whether to include this in the sitemap or not, and we have these sections. Sanity also has an inbuilt visual editor, which is really useful for this kind of thing. So I can simply click on the text that I want to change and then hit Changed Text. And you can see up here that we're currently in the draft state. If I come over to our live site and I hit refresh, you're going to see that it looks like the text has changed here. But we're currently in preview mode. So if I click Exit Preview, it's going to show us what the actual published version of the site looks like. Coming back to Sanity, if we wanted to push these changes live, we could just simply hit Publish. Now if I go back over to the live site and hit refresh, that text is there. Scrolling down, if I wanted to edit this section, you can see that I can just simply click on this card and change this to Benefit 1. Scrolling down further, if I wanted to click on this and add a team image, I could do that by uploading this image here. Hit Publish. And then coming back over to the home page, scrolling down, you can see Benefit 1, and you can see that that team member card has been updated. So what about if we wanted to add a new page? Well, we could do that by coming over to the Structure tab, clicking on Pages, clicking on this plus button, and let's give this a page name of Services. We can skip the meta title and stuff for now, but over here is where it gets really powerful because we can add some sections. So I'm going to add a text and image section. I'm going to give it the eyebrow of Services and a headline of My Services. And then scroll down, we can give the button a label, and I'm just going to say Home. And then if we click on this page here and click on Home, it's going to add a button that links to the home page. So again, we're currently in draft state. So coming over to presentation mode, if I navigate to Services, you can see that we've got this My Services section here. If I wanted to add some additional sections, I could just click this Add Item, and let's say that we wanted to put a Features section here, and we can say, We're here to help. And then I can add a feature here, so Help 1, description, test. Click back into the features, let's add another card. And you can see here that we've got this required field. This is really useful because we can't hit publish unless all of the required fields on the page have some content in them, which is good because it means that people won't be able to publish things that aren't complete in the way that we want them to be. So continuing to add this, Benefit 2, back on features, add another feature, Benefit 3. You can see just how easy this is in order to click and edit any of the things that we want to, and then add a new item such as FAQs. And again, give this a section, FAQ, add a question, answer. And so we're dynamically building out this page. And if I wanted to reorder these sections, I could just click and hold down Shift. It's going to open this exploded view, and then I could just drop it to where I'd like it to be. I'll move it back because it makes sense at the bottom. But that just goes to show the power and flexibility of having these sections in Sanity. You can add new ones, you can modify them, and you can order them as you need. Now let's add a blog post. Coming back over into structure and clicking on blog. If I wanted to, I could click on this blog post and duplicate it to get the exact same structure. Now I can change the title to blog 1, generate that. I can change the excerpt if I would like to test. We can change the cover image. We've got the SEO information here, and we've got this rich text and call to action. In the rich text, we can change this to anything that we'd like. So here is where your article goes. And you can notice that we can publish it here, but we also don't necessarily need to while we're working on it. So let's jump back over into the presentation tab. Click on the blog tab, and you can see, again, because we're in preview mode, that we have this blog here. If I click on this, it's going to open up that page. And again, I can just continue to edit this text here as I'd like. Continue to edit. We could change this to a heading if we'd like, and then add some text down below. And you can see just how quickly we can build out these blogs. Maybe we want to add an image. So let's click on that and upload the image. And let's move that above the call to action by dragging it here. Jumping back over to the live site, if we navigate to the blog, again, notice we're in draft mode at the top. The blog is here. If I exit the preview mode, the blog is gone. Back over in Sanity, if we'd like that blog to appear, we can hit publish, and then back over on the website, hitting refresh, the blog is now there. One last thing to mention is that this is completely customizable by a developer. So for example, we have this section here. We might want to duplicate this section, but now we have the content stacked one above another. In this instance, it's nice to be able to have some control over where the image is. So we have an option for that here. So hopefully this demo shows you just how flexible Sanity is at giving content teams and non-technical people the ability to manage content on a website without needing a dev. The dev's role then shifts to configuring the options within Sanity, and the content team's focus can be on delivering the best content to the users of the website. Thank you.